Alan here under the full moon. I told a story about when I was a little bit mischievous in high school and I tried to scare a couple friends in the woods when I talked about being aware of things when it gets dark. What I didn't tell is not only couldn't I find my friends out in the woods that night, I actually got turned around, and it's the only time in my life that I ever remember with that feeling of being lost. And it came on just for a second. And because that feeling started up, I can understand how some people panic when they're lost. And often it's that panic that gets people into worse trouble than just being lost in the first place. Now that night, as soon as I felt that feeling coming on, I stopped myself. I took a deep breath and said, hey, wait a second. Now, where was the moon when I came out of the house? Where was the moon when I was coming looking for my friends? You know, I looked at it, I figured it out, and then I decided, okay, based on the moon, the stars, if I travel this way, I should find the railroad tracks. As soon as I find the railroad tracks, I know where I'm at, I'll be able to get home. No problem. And that's exactly what I did. So the safety tip right now is when anything happens and you start getting that fear inside, you have to take a deep breath. You have to control those emotions and not let them take over your being, because if they take over, it can all be lost. So control that fear and use deep breathing, and then think. If it's a self-defense situation, your training takes over. If it's a situation like I was in the woods, you have to think, okay, where was the moon? I found my way out. Now, the more situations you've experienced, the more stress-related training you've gone through, the easier it is to do that. And that's why adrenal stress training is so important for realistic self-defense. It helps you control those feelings and keep them in line so you can react. So the tip here is, the minute those feelings start to enter your body, recognize them, deep breathe, get them under control, and that way you can stay safe. So remember that, take care, stay safe.